Hello guys, hope you're doing well today. So I wanted to make a video talking about two meme coins that I am really excited about, and I think they're going to have so much potential going into next year. We're only 2 months away from 2025, which is pretty hard to believe. And I think that we can pretty much all agree that at this point that meme coins are going to be the strongest category in crypto. And we're already seeing so many influencers talking about how this is going to be the meme coin cycle. We have had several influencers in particular. Um, I won't get into too much detail, but we've had this guy start to talk about how the meme coins are going to take over crypto and how we're coming into a meme coin super cycle. And I remember when I saw this video, it pumped me up, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "This is exactly how I've been feeling," and this is basically solidified everything that I've been thinking, and pretty much that's how everyone else has been feeling. And you can see how much engagement this video has received. Over 3.4 million people have watched this video, and what this has created, though, is it's created a lot of excitement, but at the same time, attention, you have to remember, attention equals money. And a lot of the things that he's talking about here, it's helpful and it's making people have more conviction, but at the same time, it's also very damaging to people who are coming into this space and they're new. So what you'll see even on his banner here with Giga Chad, which is one of the top meme coins at the moment. Cult meme coins is now what they're calling it, and S&P 6900, which is another cult meme. These coins have already pretty much they've already taken off at this point, and if you didn't have a chance to get into them when they were under even a 100 million market cap or less, you pretty much you missed the train. And unfortunately, I would say it's too late to be buying these. I wouldn't be touching any of these coins that this man is preaching at this point, because there's just too much attention on anything that he's shilling. He has 350,000 followers, so at any point that he says anything about any coin, it's pretty much too late to be buying anything that he's talking about. The same can be said for another influencer named Crash, and he's showing you information on how he was documenting his process on how he was turning 15,000 into millions. And he was one of the first influencers that kind of came into this space and blew up as well. He has 200,000 followers, and at this point, anything he's going to say, his diehard fans are going to run to that thing and pump the living hell out of it. And those, people who were in it, obviously before he shills it to his followers, are also getting, making a lot of money, pretty much off of shilling it to his followers. So at this point, anything that these people are saying, and you have tons of other influencers who are doing the same thing, and they're telling you, that they may be soft shilling or aggressively shilling. I mean, Crash is pretty aggressive about what he's shilling. Quite frankly, I'm not a fan of his. I don't like anything that he posts. I pretty much, at this point, I'm just gonna block him because I don't like seeing anything he shares. But for the case of this video, I just want to show you that that these influencers, you have to just try to be aware of what's happening and what they're doing. These guys have bought in at a market cap that is so low that to them an 80% hit on the coin isn't going to kill them. It's not going to ruin them financially. uh, Crash bought Brett on base when it was a $2.8 million market cap. $2.8 million market cap. Now, if we look at it where it's sitting at today, it just hit a billion market cap. It already has gone above that, but I mean, do the math on that. If it was me and I was in his place and I bought the coin at 2.8 million market cap and it's now sitting at a billion, shit, I would have no worries if this coin went down 70%. you have nothing to fear. But now you have people who are coming into the space and they're new to meme coins. They don't understand market cap. They don't understand the importance of the people who are the influencers behind it. They're just buying it because they see and are hearing the stories of how people are becoming millionaires buying meme coins. And then you have people like Crash who are telling you, oh, it's going to 40 billion. It's going to, yeah, even at some points he's saying 100 billion. And it's like realistically, that's it's really reckless to be saying things like that because you have people who are just kids, they're coming into this space, they don't know, and they may be using their minimum wage job to be buying some of these coins, and then unfortunately they're going to end up just being exit liquidity for the people who were buying in or may have got lucky to get in before it did these kinds of moves. And that's all I really want to say on that. But I want to just, start making videos trying to help people identify gems, help people identify those projects that might be those winners that can help you turn, 1,000 or 500 or $200 into a profit that could be substantial and quite frankly, I would hope would be life changing. And that's what we're in it for, right? Everyone can pretty much come to agreement that we're in crypto because we want to make money that's life changing. We don't want to make these 2 or 3 X's. We want to make money that can, set us up for years. And that's what I want to talk about today. So segueing into 2 projects that I think are really high potential going into next year. First of all, I want to talk about Brett on Ethereum. Now, this was the first meme coin that I got involved with down here at around I want to say I bought it at about a 4 million market cap. And I came across this coin because I was watching a YouTuber that I really like. His name is Zach. He's on Twitter. Let me pull him. He goes by Crypto Zach on Twitter, and he really helped me to kind of educate me on how the meme coin space works, and it really started to break down what you should be looking for when trying to find these coins that can help you make life-changing money. And it took me a couple months because I was pretty much late to the first bull run, you could say, in the meme coins. I got in out of late March is when I started to buy in to a lot of these, and I started to hear about Pepe and his friends, the Boys Club, which most of y'all already pretty much know who are watching this. And I started buying a lot of these coins because I was thinking they were going to go to billions, right? And I got in on Brett on base, and I got lucky. I got in down here, so I did make some profit. But unfortunately for those who missed it, a lot of people were buying it up here, and then they got absolutely wrecked. And now they're just holding, and most people are just waiting to break even so they can get out. And that's the reality of what it comes down to. But ultimately, a lot of these coins had started to take off back in late March. Like we had Andy on Ethereum, which is another coin that is heavily influenced by people on Twitter who are shilling it. And that coin is already at a market cap that I just, for me personally, I am not going to be participating with these kinds of coins that are at a market cap above 100 million because to me a 10x is not worth it. I don't think that a coin like Andy on ETH, even though a lot of these influencers are going to say, oh, it's going to 2, 3, 5 billion, but in reality, the chances of a coin even reaching a billion is such a small percentage. But the chances of a coin going from 5 million to 100 million market cap is so much higher than a coin going from 100 million to a billion. Now, I can see, if you look at Andy on Ethereum, back in March, there was so much hype for this coin, and One of the reasons you could say is there's other influencers similar to Crash who are preaching and controlling and manipulating these charts to paint this illusion that these coins are going to billions. And the reality is that these influencers got into these projects when they were under 2 million, under 5 million, even at a million market cap. So for them, a coin going from here and making a move like that is nothing to them. It doesn't impact them and it's not going to financially destroy them. So what you have to do is identify the coins that are low market cap, the coins that are under 5 million, the coins that are under 10 million market cap, that have the potential to go to 100 million, that have the potential to go to 500 million. That's really how you're going to make that life-changing money. And then also you won't be in a position where you become the exit liquidity for these people who bought the coin at a million or 5 million market cap. And quite frankly, I don't want to be the person that's buying above these influencers. I want to be the one who bought it when it was a million. I want to be the one who bought the coin when it was 5 million. So I'm staying as far away as possible from coins like this because I now understand the game that is being played here, and I just want to, thank, influencers like or YouTubers who are providing information like Zach, who's helping people identify projects that really have potential to reach those kinds of market caps and helping those that are just like average people, like you and I who are taking small percentages. I don't have a lot to work with personally, and I'm seeing the returns, and I'm seeing what can happen when you have conviction in something, and you can have the patience to believe. And ultimately, we have to understand that a lot of the influencers that are shilling projects that are at market caps like this and preaching, it's just a lot of, for them, it's obviously that the game is you have to get in early, is pretty much all I want to say, to see those substantial gains. So as we're seeing here, we're seeing a massive, massive green candle today on Brett on Ethereum. Look at this. It was at 26 million market cap, and now we're seeing new people are coming into the space. We have someone, people are buying 20,000, 25,000. So you got to ask yourself why. You start to ask the question, what is inspiring people to believe that this coin could be going to these market cap of a billion or 100 million? Well, if we look at this chart, we can see, well, Brett on Ethereum has been around for quite a while, and it's been here since around the time that Pepe was originally made. Now, people are going to look at this and identify, wow, this is the original Brett. And we can see how long this coin has been distributed among holders. We have 3,800. We're coming close to 4,000 holders at this point. And that's something that you want to see. You want to see a chart like this. You want to see distribution, and you want to see patience. And you don't want to see a chart that goes from, 5 million to 300 million market cap in under a month. And not to say like that would be nice to see, but people, it just, they want to see it be distributed over time, and you need to allow time for for average people and just poor people to get rich. And that's how you make diehard fans. That's how you get people in your project that are cult following, because they were able to buy it when it was under 5 million market cap, and now they're seeing all the patience and the rewards that they're receiving for just believing and having conviction. So overall, I just want to say Brett on Ethereum really changed my perspective on meme coins, and now I'm starting to realize like the importance of identifying a gem, and how really it only takes one or two meme coins at a low market cap to completely shift your portfolio, into astronomical uh, gains, and which can pretty much help leverage you into a position where you can start to get more, diversified into other areas. And what we're seeing happen with Brett on Ethereum, I think, is a perfect example of the things that you need to look for in other low cap meme coins. Now, I want to talk about another coin that I believe is very similar to Brett on Ethereum. Now, this coin is called Baby Pepe, and if we look at this chart here, we can see back in May of this year, um, over time, we can see it had quite a nice little run here back in June. And there was a lot of excitement for this particular project because there is a core kind of a well, obviously we know that Pepe is the biggest, well, not the biggest, but is one of the biggest meme coins right now, and we could pretty much say that it's going to be one of, if not probably I believe it's going to be the biggest narrative next year, and I don't see the Pepe narrative just disappearing. I think it's going to be here for a long time. I think Pepe is going to be just one of those memes that we're going to be seeing it a lot. And if we look at coin market cap, we can see um, you know how well Pepe has done in this uh, so far, and we haven't even gotten really started into the bull run. This was pretty much born in the bear market. And you can see how in February up until March, this huge run that we had here in Pepe coin, and this was in the bear market. So I can't really, to imagine the potential that Pepe has going into next year. It's hard to um, it's hard to calculate because it's hard to put a value on this. And when we go into next year, and once we hit that peak in the bull run, it's hard to say how high some of these meme coins are going to go. But I do think that Pepe has probably the highest chance of becoming pretty much the narrative. And I think that Dogecoin and a lot of these animal related coins, I think, of course, they're still going to do well. And I think they're going to have a lot of, they're going to obviously perform and with the rest of the coins. But to me, I think that the strongest narrative is going to be Pepe. And if we look here, it has a 4.18 billion market cap right now. And so if we look at Baby Pepe, it's sitting at a 7.7 million market cap. And yesterday we had a huge, pretty big sell-off from the top. There was a lot of excitement because we kind of came from, this area. There were some tough times here in these past months, but now we're starting to see a lot of people starting to come back into the space, a lot of new holders, and the team, Baby Pepe, is starting to build more, and they're starting to get more people involved, like artists and developers, and people are just really passionate, and they really can see that this is going to be a great it's going to be a great project to be a part of because it has a lot of similarities to Pepe coin. But one of the other things that I think that I find that's very similar to Brett on Ethereum is just like the community, and how the community is so active with Baby Pepe. And I see a lot of similarities with Brett on Ethereum. The people who are participating on Brett on Ethereum, they're so passionate and involved with getting the word out, essentially. And when we look at Baby Pepe on their Twitter and their Telegram, we see so many people who are so fortunate and just happy to be a part of this space and to be here, knowing that this is going to be a big player coming into next year. And I think one of the reasons that I can feel like I have a strong conviction in this is because if we look at baby Dogecoin, which is, a variation of Dogecoin, we can see how currently it's sitting at a market cap of 434 million. And if we look, at Doge itself, Dogecoin is, I think, sitting around a market cap of, let's see, I think it's around a 10 billion. Oh, I'm wrong, 20 billion. So Dogecoin is sitting at 20 billion market cap. Now, once we hit, the peak of this coming bull run, I don't think it's I don't think it's don't think that what am I trying to say? I don't think it's not realistic to imagine or believe that Pepe can hit a 40 billion market cap or a 20 billion market cap, let's say. And if it does hit a 20 billion market cap, and at that point, I think a lot of people are going to start to realize that, that are coming into this space, they're starting going to identify and realize that, they're going to feel like they missed a lot of the gains that Pepe made for a lot of people. You're going to start to hear more of the stories of people who became millionaires off of Pepe coin, and they're going to realize that, it's pretty much hit the peak, and they're going to start to try to find the next thing. And to me, I think in reality, people are going to realize what Baby Dogecoin did, and they're going to realize, wow, well, if Baby Doge can go to 430 million market cap currently, and at one point, Baby Doge actually almost hit a billion market cap. So people are going to look at that, and they're going to see, well, what's the next closest variation that we can get to Pepe? Well, it would be obviously Baby Pepe. And I think that this is just, to me, this just seems like so many similarities that I see with this and Brett on Ethereum, just help me to believe that, this is to me I have a lot of conviction in this because I see so many similarities, and I've seen the results that Brett on Ethereum has, uh, I've seen the results that have come from having conviction in Brett on Ethereum. So I see a lot of similarities with Baby Pepe. And so for me, I think looking, and identifying those patterns is going to help you have just like have conviction and also have patience in what you're holding. And right now, I think, if we look at the chart on Baby Pepe here, we can see that recently, we had a big kind of sell-off here, which is to be expected. This is pretty normal. So even though we had this big run to 15 million market cap from all the way down to, 3 million market cap, now we're seeing a sell-off here, which is good. Honestly, I would rather, I would like to see this because I want to see opportunities for new people to get in at these prices. And we saw this dip here that got bought up really quickly, and once it came down to under almost a 4 million market cap, and those who were, smart and were buying this dip basically made a 2x from here all the way up to where it's now at 4 million. So it went to 4 million, now it's back to 8 million, and that dip got bought up really fast. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's showing you that there's a lot of conviction, and a lot of people are trying to get more opportunities at cheaper prices, right? So, in time, you have to be patient, and you have to have conviction. And if you are watching these charts, trying to position yourself is important, and timing is important. Market cap is important, and you have to you know, put these things on your watch list if you're not currently involved in this one. But be do your own research and go look at the Twitter that Baby Pepe has. Go look at the website and follow their Telegram, and you'll start to see how strong and how passionate this community is. And I think it would help you to, have conviction. And hopefully, this is something that if you're new to meme coins, I would hope that this is one that you can keep your eye on. And I think that this is going to have a lot of potential going into 2025. And I think that this is something that could, help those that are trying to find those types of 1000x, 100x plays that we hear about. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about today. I hope you guys liked the video and have a good rest of your day.